about ready to kick this thing off. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday! How are you all doing? It's great to see you. I'm going to do that thing I do. I turned off my microphone, or turned on my microphone, and now I'm opening the window. I'm so sorry about this. Yeah, saving all the best sound effects for you guys. Hello, welcome, everybody. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're doing this again. I'm very excited. This is going to be great. Man, this is so fun. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Hello, Misfits. My name is Melazand. You can call me Mel, and this is Friday Night Court Fight. And I was hoping to see some of you in chat. I'm like, oh man, I hope the usual fam is here. I hope the usual gang is here. Now that I'm kicking it off again. Oh, I hope they don't have Friday plans. Welcome Cav, welcome Rail, welcome Zuffins, welcome Dippa Derpa, welcome Monzeal, welcome Maya, welcome Daydon Flare, welcome Maddie, welcome Storm Divide. And welcome everyone else that's lurking in the background, and to those that watch the VOD later. Hey, what's up? What? Hey Captain Cuddles, it is Friday. For some of you, it is the end of your week. It's the weekend. For some of you, it is payday. For some of you, it is a Tuesday, basically. But for all of you, I hope that tonight can be a wonderful little getaway, an oasis, if you will, in the middle of a long week before you get right back into it tomorrow. And get back into it, you will, stronger than ever, more powerful than you were before. Because I believe in you and you got this, all right? So hi. Hello. It's good to see all of you. Let me take advantage of my dual PC and full screen my stream so I can see all of you in chat there. Wowzers! Oh, this is so cool. This is gonna be so great. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Hey, welcome. It is Friday Night Court Fight. For those of you who've never been here before, this is the night where I take my two great loves, acting and streaming, apparently, storytelling, in both regards, and shove them together into one cool evening. We've been playing through Ace Attorney for the better part of a year. More than a year. We started from the very beginning, and now we're here. We're about to start a brand new case tonight. We're jumping into Turnabout Academy. We're in the middle of the 5th game. Yeah, if you've never been here before, I'm a voice actor, and so I figure it would be very cool to be able to incorporate that into what I do here, and so we play Ace Attorney, and I voice every single character. It's a fun little, corny little silly night, and it's a lot of fun. No one here is going for an Oscar, but you know what, I do take it seriously. I take it very seriously. I hope that this can be a fun little piece of light performance for all of you. To that end, couple of things. Nope, that didn't happen. There it is. I'm just gonna throw that on the screen. I usually hit this point last, but let's just get it out of the way. Actually, should I go in reverse order? Maybe I should do my normal thing. I don't know. I could leave it there, but we can address it later. So what do you need to know about this? This is a performance stream. That means that I'm going to, so one, I've played these games before for the most part. I'm going to be voice acting my way through a part of the case tonight. We're just gonna be playing it as we go. I might miss some of your messages, but I'm gonna do my best to keep the banter going like I usually do. Please no backseating, please no spoilers. We're kind of just gonna let it unfold as if it were, a telltale that you're going through. there are a lot of people here who've never played the games before, and so it's a fun way for them to experience the story through my attempt at voicing every single character and doing a mediocre job of it. What else? Let's see. Content warning, there will be dude voices here. I voice every single character. That means I voice the main cast, which I keep fairly center of my register, but I also voice the really young little kid characters, and I also voice the really big male characters. And so, you know, sometimes if you've never been here before, that can be a little jarring because I've got kind of a wide vocal range. So there you go, have that. Please no spoiling the story as we go through. If you have a theory, I guess I should clarify that actually. I should clarify that, right? I should clarify that. You know, if we're just like investigating and you're like, hey, have we been back to the pool yet? That's a great thing to drop. That keeps this interactive. I love that. But you know, as we're looking through evidence, what we don't want, do not be the person that goes like, I think you should look at that later again, wink. Don't do that. Keep it a surprise. And if you have a really big, is Rot 13 okay? Yes, I'm okay with that. I think it's funny. If you do have a theory about who might have done it, what might be happening, what the might twist might be. Uh-oh, mom's having a stroke. What the twist might be, keep it to yourself. Maybe, you know, emote a little bit in chat, you know, tease it a little bit, but don't give it away. And then if you turn out to be right, flaunt just horrendously. Just brag like hell. Shove it in everybody else's faces. Have as much fun with it as you want, but let it come out naturally so that it can surprise some people. Make sense? Makes sense. I think so. If you'd like to hear me say a line of your choice along the way in one of the current cast of characters' voices, 200 bits will get it for you. Here's how it works. You drop 200 bits. Do not type the message out. We don't need to hear Brian say it. I don't need, you know, hello, Phoenix Wright. What would you, like, I don't need that voice. I'm gonna do it myself. Drop it in a separate message right after that. And if we're in the middle of a really important moment, I might wait just a tiny little bit, but I'll get back to it and I'll hit you up. It can be say-so, it can be spicy as fuck, it can be super sus, it can be copy pasta. As long as it fits, I'm adjusting this a little bit because we had someone really go ham last time. As long as it fits in one message and it doesn't get my stream shut down or me canceled, pretty much everything's on the table. Sound good? That's the rule. I think that's pretty lenient. With that in mind, whoa, let's pop this over here as well. Nice. I feel like I need to do one more thing just because we announced this debut coming up. And so we might occasionally have new people stop in. And like, I'm not trying to be a scaredy little baby, but I'm a little bit of a scaredy little baby. You know, I want to make sure we're making the right impression on our guests. Hence, I feel like a slight tug to give just like the littlest content warning. Warning. Dude voices may occur. We're just gonna leave that there all stream. No, maybe not there. That might be a little much. Maybe, what if it's over here somewhere? Warning, dude voices may occur. This is for those of you who have never been here before, and you're like, I saw the trail. You want it on my forehead? What, like this? You know, for those of you who may come in from having seen my trailer, and they're like, ooh man, the bouncing booba, let's go. I have those, both on the model and in real life, but I also have a pretty wide range. And so I don't want them to come in and be like, who's this guy? So we gotta make sure that, you know, they know what they're stepping foot into. That is also your voice. So yeah, you know, anyway. Yoshinashi, welcome. Witchy Luhu, welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll just leave that in there. Should we like make it sassy? Should we like dude voice make her, but then like wink? Wink. Like, but you're into that maybe. Maybe you're just a little into that. Find you a girl who can randomly start sounding like the Drifter from Destiny 2 while you're doing it. You're in the middle of banging and you're like, baby, do the voice. And you're like, are you sure? I'm not sure that's romantic. He's like, do the voice, baby. And you're like, all right, wow, you're a bad boy, ain't you? Yeah, you ride me. You know, like, someone out there is into that. Someone is into that. You like the way I ride you, don't you? Transmat firing. The transmat is my... The transmat... No, wait, the guy would be saying transmat... Uh-oh. You know, that actually raises a lot of questions. Transmat firing. On the contrary, if your man, ladies, if your man says transmat firing when he nuts, you might want to run. You might need to run. Possibly find a way to clip it. Keep the phone recording or something. Legally, consensually. Some of you live in two-party consent states. Make sure he's okay with it, but maybe save the clip anyway because it'll be hilarious later, but then run. If my woman says that, transmat firing. So what do we have for you today? We're going to be jumping into, so we've been playing through all 5 games. We're jumping into the 5th game. We are in Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, one of my favorite titles. We are in case 3? I think case 3. We just did the DLC, I don't know, like 300 years ago. And we're starting Turnabout Academy. I adore Turnabout Academy for a couple of reasons. And I hope you like it too. This is one of my favorite casts. I really, really, really like the characters in this case. So I'll be really interested to find out how you feel about it as well. Like if you like it as much as I do. I don't know, this is just one of the ones that stuck with me and was very important to me. With that said, you guys are gonna get so sick of this. I'm just getting as much fucking mileage out of this as humanly possible. If you haven't seen the announcement yet, go support it. It's over on Twitter on that page. We have a live 2D debut coming up on July 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. It's about 2.5 years of work coming to fruition as I debut my brand new live 2D model from Nanoless, rigged by Rigor Mortis. And I'm really, really excited about it. So, yes, I'm gonna inflict it upon you again. You will like it. We're gonna be listening to this thing at least once a stream because it's so fucking good. Except we have a problem. Why is my music not? Why is my music coming out of my system? What the hell? Hang on. Why is this happening? This is supposed to be fadeable. Did the music not fade at the start of stream? Did I fuck it up? Has it been really loud? Like, has the music been really loud this whole time? What the hell? What the hell? Not loud? Let's try it now. Okay, now I can fade it. I feel like this is where I usually have it. This feels fine to me. All right, here we go. Because you know I can't help myself. fucking cooked. Cooked so hard. Now let me the fuck in. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Captain Gunnels. Wow, that was so easy. Man, I thought this was going to be a challenge. They're not even there. The door's just open. Here we go. Let's fucking go. All right. So, one last thing. I forgot my usual spiel. Did Jules abso-freaking-lutely. Music by Jules Conroy. Family Jules 7X. Did my background music. One last quick detail. We do take 3-minute commercial breaks, 3-minute ads on this channel. It's how I feel like we have the most time together. Yeah, it's annoying if you're not one of my subbies, but you can always support the channel with a sub, which you can do for free using Amazon Prime if you don't like the ads. Twitch Turbo also gets it for you, but I prefer if you sub directly. Prefer it even more if you donate directly because Twitch takes an enormous cut. But that said, I feel like we get those 3 minutes out of the way. It sucks like hell, but then we have a good, beautiful hour that we can hang out together. On the Ace Attorney streams, I take extra breaks because this is very vocally stressful. And so that means, I'm going to be stepping away from the computer now and then to rest my voice, to hit the restroom, to refill my water. My promise to you is you will never miss anything. I'm never going to leave you out of it, even if you're not subbed to the channel. If for some reason the story is happening and then an ad hits, I fucked up or the website's doing something weird. And we have an emote for that. And I want you to spam the ad emote to let me know. I will stop what I'm doing. I will wait for you. I don't care if you're subbed to the channel or not. I want everybody to be able to enjoy the entire story. Okay? Deal? And to that end as well, this is very vocally stressful. I'm going to be drinking water a lot. I got a lot of hot water next to me. I've got a little bit of caffeine next to me as well. And so feel free to spam the hydrate button as well if it sounds like I'm getting a little hoarse. If I'm getting raspy or I comment on the fact that my voice is so tired, hit the hydrate. Remind me that the water is next to me and I'm a freaking moron and I forgot to sip it. All right, but I want to put a lot of time on the clock. So we're going to do our first break right now. I know we just had one, but this is how it works on Fridays. I will see you back here in 3 minutes. This is your chance to grab a drink, change into something cozy, take your meds, hit the restroom, walk the dog, whatever you need to do. You've got 3 minutes to do it, and then we will jump into the story interruption free. All right? So I will be right back, and then we'll get started. I also may load the game in the meantime. All right, 10 seconds on the clock. Let's get this thing loaded up. And welcome back. Without further ado, remember there are cinematics in this particular title, and I'm not trying to match those voices. But without further ado, let's see what waits for us in Turnabout Academy.
Themis Legal Academy.
Themis.
A prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
And the site of a calamity. The Thanos snap. I love this case. October 24th, 1:25 p.m. Themis Legal Academy. Oh no, I'm gonna be late! Whew, finally. Whew, so this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from this school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Hey, Poison Gecko, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thanks for the 17. October 24th, 1:29 p.m., Themis Legal Academy, 1F hallway. Wow! This place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial's about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. Ooh, holy shit, talk about a bougie fucking school. October 24th, 1:33 p.m., Themis Legal Academy, 3F Lecture Hall. This must be the lecture hall. Wonder. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here! Oh, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you to... It's typed so slow. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. I don't know who this is. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. Who is this?
Huh?
Oh, my goodness. Hold please. You are made of stone. My guy. All right, let's find our best Christopher Lee here. Here we go.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this.
I kind of like that.
I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here?
Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet.
Ah, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of lecturing. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too.
How wonderful! So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star.
Oh my god. No! The gums! What in the fucking skibbity? I hate it. What in the Gary's Mod face is going on in this game? Jesus Christ. I just imagine bro being like, wait, no, that was the wrong screen. Damn it, my joke fucked up. I just imagine the dude being like, just like rushing at you. Oh, go away, dude. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. It fucking does. It does, dude. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about?
Oh, but I thought we'd sent a pamphlet to your office.
Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised.
Well, it seems I'd better explain the situation then.
Thank you, Professor. All right, here we go. Also, like, how do you use those glasses? They don't even go the width of the bridge of your nose. Like, how? What in the world? Honestly, I think you're probably right. Like, I could imagine them looking at the model, excuse me, then stretching the parameters and being like, okay, that's fucking hilarious. Do we like this? Let's just use it.
Now, does anyone have any questions?
I do, Professor. Could you tell me about your school?
What an excellent question! Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges, the judge course.
Wow. You have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law.
Yes, well, that's what makes our school special. And today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession.
You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Oh, that's her. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting. With the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that.
Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but, quite unpunctual.
Oh, so that's who's late.
From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture.
A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve?
Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection. The proper way to strike a podium. How to project one's voice. And most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory.
Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again?
What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by the famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial. The crown jewel of the school festival.
Wait, did that answer our question? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? How to bluff your way to victory? The great honor of taking a seminar by the famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. When he smiled,
What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star.
and a famous prosecutor. I wonder.
That is
Is what is at stake at this mock trial. Okay, so they're having a mock trial, and whoever wins the mock trial gets to take the class with Phoenix Wright and a mystery prosecutor. Okay. Okay.
The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that.
Oh, a one-on-one battle. How thrilling. So if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so...
There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise.
A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. I don't know who this is. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. Oh, it's Juniper. Oh shit, it's Juniper. Okay. Guess we're doing high voices and deep voices. By the way, the best way to wear my voice out. Here we go. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you?
My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Jupiter? Juniper? Not Jupiter? Juniper?
Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Fina? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes. Well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in a mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I have a really gravelly voice for a couple of reasons, so my voice goes out quickly. Yeah, for me, it's like I struggle more. I mean, you guys hear me. I've got a really sultry voice. I have I got a lot of texture, so higher voices are harder for me. They tend to wear me out sooner. Your voice in general tends to be able to adapt to bigger and deeper sometimes. You'll sort of get stuck there if you go too hard. You know, kind of like if you roar a lot, like roaring can kind of still happen, but if you try to do a normal voice, it messes you up. So, especially if I have to do a case where there's like a really, like if there's like, what's her name? Pearl. If Pearl Fay is there and Professor Meanens is there, it's going to destroy, like I'm going to be worn out by the end of like hour 2. It's just so much tightening and opening of the vocal cords. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Oh, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry. I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If it's okay with okay with Professor Means.
But of course, Mr. Wright, if this is what you wish.
It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. Hey, Hearn Dragon. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thanks for the 7 months. Themis Academy, October 24th, 2:15 p.m. Themis Legal Academy, 1F waiting room. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. What was that? October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, 1F hallway. Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we'd better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Culpable Curry. What the hell is this? 67th School Festival. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy outdoor stage. Oh, look, you've got a little, like, Edgeworth red and a little Phoenix Wright blue. Wait, is that something that students can stand behind and it'll kind of look like they have the outfit on? Like you just stick your head there? Is this staged for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Why is my... Wait, Athena. Behind the witness stand. Hey, controller, do you want to work? Can you, Hey, controller. Can you, just, Hey, controller. Hey, controller. Hey, controller. There we go. Wait, Athena. Behind the witness stand. What? Professor Court! Can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with. It looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No way. This can't be real. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. Wait, was that her? That was her, I'm sorry. I called the police. What was that delivery? I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly how we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But, okay, you're the boss. All right, we're just investigating. So wait a minute, we have, yeah, we can turn around again. Look from multiple angles. Shit. So Professor Constance Court. Professor Constance Court has been found dead with a fucking arrow in her stomach. Hey, no backseating, please. On the outdoor stage. And Phoenix wants to investigate before the police get here. And just because you said that, I'm now gonna look at everything except that. First. So what do we have here? First, let's look at the costume things in the back. Okay, if I can get the fucking controls right. Hang on. We should start by studying the body. Oh, that's Athena. Fuck. We should start by studying the body. I wonder what the best angle for this is. Okay, fine. We'll start by studying the body, goddammit. Ugh. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, I guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. But first, can we talk about those pink sneaks? Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath, and then take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know! The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall. It's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? And actually, now that we say it, now that I'm thinking about it, there was a big crash, so I wonder if she was straight thrown out the window, right? It's very possible someone upstairs might have like hurled her from a window. Her arms are raised over her head, And there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. What is this? What is this? Oh, there's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? I mean, this is like an illustrious academy. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like rugby and shit. Lacrosse team. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Right. But where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we'd better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. The arrow that pierced the victim's side, it's stained with blood. We've got a book. What do we have here? A book. I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket. Wait! What if that's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't! Huh. Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. Okay, let's try that sentence again. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it at that. 22nd, routine report, need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. 23rd, meet with Hugh about that report yesterday, important. 24th, 9 a.m. prep for mock trial, final confirmation. 1 p.m. meet with Mr. Wright about training seminar. 2 p.m. mock trial begins. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Court's planner. And real quick, I think that's about all we're gonna find from the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Oh, God! Woman! Cheese? I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. All right, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. This pile of rubble sticks out at like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard. Huh. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that from a co-ed from the Fine Art Club that made them. Or hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2. Then that thing over there is the remains of the other statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so real quick. Can we see? Okay, we can't spin it. We can't investigate it. My brand new shiny badge. It shows I'm a lawyer. Okay, so we got pieces everywhere. It definitely was made to... I know who that's supposed to be. I'm not gonna say a damn thing to you guys, because I want it to be a surprise. But I've played this game way too many times. I know exactly who that's supposed to be. That little fucking untucked shirt. I know who you are. Let's look at it. Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. Bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here wow. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statue? I guess that just leaves the question. Were they broken by accident? Or on purpose? Huh. What a puzzle this is. There's something buried in the rubble. The famous Herald. Wait. We shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Pending declaration of love rocks campus. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart? Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. What? Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. Wait. Okay, you're right. But it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material. A school paper with a malicious scoop on an alleged love triangle involving Junie. Who the fuck is this? I'm gonna assume it's Apollo. Mr. Wright! Athena! Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? What, can you show me? What the? We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here? No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same! The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood. It's all exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding. Right? It can't really be the same, can it? Oh, fuck, it's the cops. Sorry, kids, Mom's gotta go away for a little while. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, 3F Lecture Hall. The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. It's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Athena! Athena. There you are. Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm student council president, after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? What the fuck is happening in chat? Let's go ahead and save real quick. I'll unmock your trial. All right, what do you got to say? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Thena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school. And you're in the judge course to boot. Yes. And Professor Court has been in charge of it until, well, you know. All right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what's wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one that she selected? That's amazing, Junie. Oh, well, thank you. But Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you all right, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Hey, Mitchell. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. I have no idea. If you think that's all she's capable of, you have got another thing coming. Who are you? Huh? Who said that? Who? Whoa! Okay, here we go. Oh man, the anime archetypes. I'm so excited for this. And I'm also really worried this is just gonna be Apollo but mad. So get ready for Apollo. Also, like, what's with the fucking ODM gear? That is one hell of a restraint system. I'm getting very Bakugo vibes, but I'm not going that route because he looks younger. Hang on a second.
If you think that's all she's capable of.
No, wait. How do I want him to sound like?
He's got that, like, snide. Sort of like... He's like the snide, like, last year's student council president. Like, very proper, very, very full of himself. He's caught up in the procedure and the rule books. Maybe we'll do something. I don't want... See, right now I'm like trying to balance him between two characters. I don't want him to sound like one of the other characters in this case. Shit. He doesn't need an accent, though, necessarily. Professor Meadens is down here, so he could be like a young...
So Edgeworth
kind of has just like a deep, general American sound.
Yeah, he could be sort of Edgeworthy. Well, let's see. I'm sorry in advance if he keeps changing.
If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming.
Huh? Who said that?
Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script.
Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man! I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely.
You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two? Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes?
Yep, I'm Athena Sykes.
And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect, because I never score less than 100% on all tests.
Ugh. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. He's jorking it. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor. Like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? So he makes pottery too? And what's that brace-like contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act of Torridge love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie?
Juniper, come on. Your role's way beyond just that.
That's right! The mock trial's just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods! And the crowd goes bananas! Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Okay, so Robin, and I realize I'm doing this to myself, Robin is going to beat the shit out of me by the end of tonight. I made a joke that he was a shonen hero. He is, in fact, a shonen hero. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Ooh, that's fucking adorable. And this is what I'll be wearing. Brooch constellations throughout. Loose stage costume. Make glow from inside. Okay, cyberpunk. Constellations glow through the fabric. I'm getting a very Lamarar vibe from the cloak. That's amazing, Junie. But then again, you were always good at this kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up at the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh. So you're a fan of the night sky then? Well, Paulo, didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend. He and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Oh, I think she's angry. Stage costume added to the court record. The costumes were no problem, but as for the singing, I'm not sure. No! You can do it! That's right. And anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that famous Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. I think I just cracked like a teenage boy doing Robin just now. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know who would have turned out. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake trial. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict? Oof, talk about bad timing. I was this close, man! I bet I would have won! But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time. And I assure you I will win when the time comes. Zen and the Art of Mastering the Bar Exam. Civil law, corporate law, criminal law. Nice. The something edition. The 25th edition. Just speed reading. 2 pages a second. Okay, dude. Like, I'm gonna let that happen! I don't think so! I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The 3 of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes. We're studying for a career in law. And I'm the legal world. And in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famed Themis Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship, anyway? Well, it's a secret. And if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh. Okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice.
Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display.
Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three friends are forever! Wow, nice crack, Mel. Our three friends are forever! Let's try a third time. Our three friends are forever! There, that one's better. Nice. That's why I make the big bucks. Hello, puberty! The limitations of my voice. Liked that crack, though? Okay. Love that crack, though. I can hear discord in their voices, too. But they're talking about their friendship. What is going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, all right, then. Hey, isn't that... Oh no, I know who this is.
Everyone stay right where you are! Don't move a muscle!
The boy's back! Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong?
Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends! Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court.
What? Wait a second. What's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too.
So you're the lawyers the dispatch said were the first on the scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was.
I didn't.
And murder number two. Nailed it. The crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script.
But you can't arrest her just on those grounds.
True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that.
So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too?
Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Huh. Why, there's blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Huh. Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir.
But Junie, I have to do something. I can't let them take her away like this.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Anime. Hey, Blander Summer. I'm gonna miss Gremlin Model now. Well, I'll make sure that it stays at the very least as a sticker in our channel. I hope you really like the new model though.
I hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer.
Well, I don't have much experience. And I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena, Apollo. I think you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie.
Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station.
I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. I can't believe I accepted her case without consulting Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on the case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Q! I'm just gonna keep cracking like a... Let me close my door. I am just gonna keep cracking like a teenage boy. Q! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man! I'm in too! Big time! Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you! You know what? We don't need a second take of that. Jesus fucking caps, bro! Chill the fuck out! I'm gonna save you! Alright, now that those two are gone... let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script? Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. You motherfucker. Oh man, we're getting all the hits.
Perhaps I could explain. Perhaps I could help. Air Forehead.
In 3D! Prosecutor Gavin! What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone gonna introduce me?
Why, I do believe I have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I'm Clavier Gavin.
Let's fucking go. Yo, he looks worse, honestly. But hey, he's back! He's back!
Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know. But regrettably, the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us? The Gaviners? I was the lead vocalist.
Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph?
Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rock star prosecutor, Clavier Gavin.
Oh. Okay. That one then.
She's a lively one, eh, Air Forehead? Didn't know she was your type.
But, she's the newest member of Write Anything Agency. That's all. That's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes.
A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me, Air Forehead?
Let's fucking go. I think Gavin's like the only prosecutor that isn't an outright asshole. Yeah, I mean, I feel like right from the start, he was on the other side, but he kind of helped us in every case, didn't he? Like, he's kind of just a good dude. I like him. So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin?
I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture and a training seminar.
So he's the famous prosecutor they invited?
And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time spectacular performance.
Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way, really.
Yeah. I know how much you adored our music, Air Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here.
Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned?
I see you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad.
Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright?
Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent too, what a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor. It never came to pass.
Wait, don't tell me your mentor was...
Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law.
Interesting. Wait a minute, was he gonna be a judge first? Maybe they teach courses in multiple areas of the school. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy?
She may have taught the judge course.
God, every time I ask a question, they answer it for me like 2 lines later. I just need to stop asking questions.
She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else.
I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena? Are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court.
Exactly. So as you can see, we're both joined in purpose, so to speak. Yeah? Now let's rock this place hard.
Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what?
Forget already, Air Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch our killer.
Yo, wait, seriously? October 24th, Famous Legal Academy, 3F Lecture Hall. Yo! Mock trial reenactment, all rise.
Right. The stage is ready. And you, Air Forehead, ready to rock?
No? The defense is not ready to rock.
You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here.
Junie's masterpiece? The one everyone's been talking about.
Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I, borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fraulein, we'll need you to play the part of the defendant and judge as per the script.
Okay, got it.
I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat it like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Air Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial.
Très bien. Let's get started. Defendant/judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial.
Yeah, a double mockery, perhaps. But a trial is still a trial. A tongue, baby! Let no hold, that's not how the line goes. A tongue, baby! It's no holds barred, let's rock!
Can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Are we actually doing like a straight up court section? Now then, Professor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please.
You got it, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female.
Oh, me, oh my. Oh, she's acting nice. Oh, me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you.
That's some seriously bad acting, Fraulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad.
Jesus Christ, that was savage.
Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse.
Okay, interesting. So this is exactly, except for the part that her hands were up there, right? This is exactly the same as how she was found. You can see she's holding the arrow, but it actually was stuck right into her in exactly that spot. That's cool.
Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Air Forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo?
Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, the green sweatsuit. It's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that?
Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case...
Wait, that was Robin, right? Robin Newman? Which means it would have been, Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit!" As loud as he possibly could.
Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both in the mock trial and in the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along.
Hold it! Hey, wait a second! The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same.
That's right. And therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad.
Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her.
You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Air Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket.
Right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so.
How would Apollo say that?
Then Hugh said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so.
At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Wait, what? Hang on. A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot an arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Got it. 9-9, Air Forehead, that feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Oh, he was acting. Fuck. All right, one more time. Right, so let's see. Then Hughes said, a frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. 9-9, Air Forehead, that feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order! 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 Especially you, Mr. Justice! Me? But I was trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. I feel like we're doing like the classic Mel Blanc sketch right now, where it's like Bugs Bunny impersonating, is it like Daffy Duck? Or Daffy Duck impersonating Bugs Bunny. And so it's like you're hearing Mel Blanc, the voice actor, putting on a character voice for like Bugs, but then having Bugs' voice impersonate his Daffy voice. These are like my favorite parts of the game, I think. Trying to figure out how to make another character do an impression of another character. That might be the biggest hurdle when I do these. Fuck, how would Apollo say it? How would Apollo pretend he's Phoenix? Didn't we have one with, I feel like we had one with, Gatto at some point. Like we had someone impersonate Gatto, I want to say. So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I'm the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? It's kind of a tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, or other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Oh, gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me that's just paint. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? How did the body get from the art room to the stage? Well, we heard a really big crash. And we now have two things that could possibly have caused it. We have the statues breaking, right? And that's the most obvious thing it could be, right? The statues were broken, so we heard the statues get shattered. Alternatively, she could have been thrown. Yeah, maybe from a trebuchet. She could have just been pushed out a window. So that might have been how she was got. Like, how could you get her? Because didn't they say that the window in the art room had like a clear shot to the stage? So how would you get her body out of the school from the 3rd floor, down to the floor, down to the 1st floor, out the door, around the corner, across the quad? You just throw her out the window. That's kind of my theory right now. The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There was a maintenance area and a storehouse right outside the art room. And a cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. But that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah. Big enough to fit a person. Or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself.
You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of a massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no sign of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer, in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the all stab wound.
Sounds like he has only high praise for Ginny's script.
Were there any further assignments? That's not the line. Were there any further arguments from the defense?
No. Seems like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too.
Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you will, Fraulein Judge.
Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This Fort Kynes, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Oh no, I can't read. Let's try that line again. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. If this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty.
Perhaps it's not such a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation.
Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. All right. Mock trial script added to the court record.
Hot tongue, baby! The prosecution's already got a witness sized up, too.
That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good.
You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'll be sure to see you two later.
I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. But Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice.
Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to the investigation, too. We don't have nearly enough information yet.
And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that, we accepted Junie's case.
Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
All right. You like Clavier in 3D? I want to see real quick. What does the mock trial thing say? Body with a protruding arrow was found in the quad, but the murder weapon was an awl. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room where traces of blood were found on the floor. How the body was moved. The body was dropped from the 3rd floor art room to the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to cushion the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. Why the body was moved. The archery club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an archery club member had shot the victim with an arrow. Things to prepare. All, buy with school festival funds, get from hardware store. Arrow, if I borrow one from the archery club, it could give away part of the script's plot. To be determined. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Oh, that's why Robin responded the way he did. So it wasn't like, oh, she's wearing a jumpsuit. He was like, wait, it's the green one? It was supposed to be the red one. Okay, so he was surprised that it was green instead of red. Weird. I don't know why that matters, but let's keep that in mind. And the other thing that we're going to want to kind of keep an ear or an eye out for is, so this is what makes this case interesting, I think. What makes this case interesting to me is we have a breakdown of exactly what happens in the case. What the murder weapon was, how it was used, how it was covered up, how the body was moved. So it kind of seems open and shut, right? And I think we've had a case like that before, haven't we? Didn't we have a case that followed like a story or something? In one of the previous games, I swear there was a case that followed like, not a myth, but like the song. Right. And so just like in the song, what's going to be important to us is how does this case trick us by convincing us to follow the script that's been handed to us, right? So what's important about this is going to be where is this wrong, right? It looks like it's according to the script, but there's gonna obviously be some key places where it differs, and that's the stuff we have to look out for. Because it'll be really easy for the prosecution to be like, well, it's all right here. And then we have to be like, but the suit was green, why? And there might be other things, like there might completely be other things that don't add up once we get into the case. Misfits, I'm gonna take a 3-minute break because this seems like a great pause moment. So why don't I hit the 3-minute button? I'm gonna hit the restroom. If you need to refill your water and grab a snack, go for it. I'm gonna shove some pistachios in my mouth and we will continue in just a second. I loved the brooch so much. Who doesn't love the case where they sing you the same song, unskippable, like 80 times before the end of the case? I think the only thing I like more than that is the fucking police mascot song. By far the best content these games have to offer. All right, kiddos, I'll be right back. If I can get the thing to work. Why does this never work? Man, I can't wait until I'm in VTube Studio and my fucking model buttons work. Please. Please. I want it to work. All right, BRB. All right. Thanks for waiting for me. All right, so we are going to continue our investigation and see what we can find. So the real question is, where do we go from here? I wonder if there's other areas of the school. I assume we're going to want to check out the art room. I wonder if we're also going to get to check out like the archery room and other places in the school. Maybe some other areas outside. Wherever it was that like the cart or the mat would be, like some other area of the quad. Let's see. Let's find out together. As soon as my controller works. There we go. Okay, so we've got the agency, we've got the hallway, we've got the outdoor stage, we've got the lecture hall. We're in the lecture hall already, and we can't investigate. So let's check out the outdoor stage again.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? The crime scene is off limits to students.
I'm no student, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, right. Just because you're in law school doesn't make you a lawyer.
You should see what she did to the last cop who said something like that to her.
Why, are you threatening an officer of the law?
Yikes! No, it's not a threat. It's more like a friendly warning. Guess we should go before I get myself arrested for assaulting an officer. Okay, so we won't be going here. Let's check the hallway. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, 1F hallway. Oh, Mr. Wright. I heard they arrested your friend, Juniper. That's not the line. I heard they arrested your friend, Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in.
I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means.
What do you mean the end justifies the means?
I, Professor Means, always say what I mean. And mean what I say, by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful... One more time. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not?
Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly.
Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible.
Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of that. The end justifies the means part.
Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense.
You're gonna take your case, Professor Means?
I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I even battled Professor Court in... well, court.
No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something?
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class.
Wow. I bet they both used to really bring it.
Now, if you would excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper.
Professor Means, please, wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper's counting on us to prove her innocence.
Really now? You too?
And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but...
No, relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes.
Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
Well, that's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have such a friend as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once.
Let's hope it never comes to that.
Now, if you would excuse me.
Well, time's wasting. You better start investigating, and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far?
Yes, please.
Something that I find really interesting, by the way. Did you notice, or do you remember, that Professor Court, who obviously was like the head of the judge wing of the school, as well as Clavier Gavin's mentor, had almost the same quote, but different. So it's like we're seeing like two sides of the same like morality coin. I think hers was, the end is justified only through responsible means, or only through the right means or something. And his is just, the end always justifies the means. So I find that really interesting. So we've kind of gone from like lawful good to lawful evil. I'm not trying to paint Professor Means as evil, but his philosophy is kind of lawful evil. Am I wrong? Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood in there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage.
What, really? Just like the mock trial again.
The police are searching the art room. But whether they'll find anything, well...
Well, what?
Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too overcrowded around here.
Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly as we found it. Plus, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. Wait, what? Hang on. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well... But right now is really not the time to talk about it. Not right here. I want you two to find out for yourselves. What does that mean? So were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means?
Oh,
I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before.
well, I'm sure.
A number of times. Prosecutors file false charges, and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results? That is the school's policy.
Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing.
Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means.
Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means?
To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy.
But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore?
No, relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second.
What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence.
I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Ms. Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking. Let's try that again. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. So that's what Bum Rap Rhyme was about. Yeah, so we had two of them, right? We had the Bum Rap Rhyme. We had was it the it wasn't defense and prosecution, right? It was the defendant that'll use any scummy means necessary, right? And we had like either the judge or the victim who's getting accused and convicted of something that they never did, right? Is that what they represented? Or was it not the defense? Was it the defendant and the judge? But it was like the dichotomy was innocent dude gets convicted of something they never did. And the judge that's like just tampering and fucking around to just get results and get things moving as quickly as humanly possible. Like I feel like it was like that was like the dichotomy. The system's broken is basically what they're saying. The system's broken. And I mean, look at the last game, right? Wasn't the whole plot of the last game was around like how the whole court system sort of briefly fell apart after Phoenix Wright presented false evidence by accident, right? So I'm interested to see how that all ties together. All right, so we're done here though, and we can't investigate. So let's go to the maintenance area. One thing that's a little weird is at the end, and I don't know if this is just like a continuity thing, like, oh, you're not supposed to tie them together like chronologically, but it's interesting to me that the end of game 4 involves them being like, okay, so we can't just rely on only a judge, right? So they try a jury system. Is the jury system gone? Did they give up? And if so, why? I'm interested to see if we find out about that too. And also, there's a baby, and I just needed to point that out. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy maintenance area. So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, prosecutor Gavin said that the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. Well, I see two of those things. I see the mat and the cart. And then, there's somebody else here. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa! You scared the crud out of me! Yikes! Right back at you. So, what are you doing out here? I'm working out so I can become strong enough to save Juniper! But I'm so worked up. My training brace is almost breaking at the seams! All right. That girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes! Because I'm the manliest of manly men! That's why I work out with my manly brace! Except I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can't you talk without shouting? Sorry!
I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is.
Which is not at all possible, by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer? That is such a frickin'... Hang on a second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So, do you mind if I ask you some questions as Junie's lawyer?
No problem. Ask away. Keep 'em coming, man.
Ouch. My ears ache already. I was gonna respond to this, but then I realized you were talking about the baby. I was talking about the kitty! That's the baby. Is that sound coming from Robin? Jesus. You are fucking stretching at the seams. This kid scares the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. This kid terrifies me. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself?
You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club.
The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard? Huh. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club made them.
2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is an illustration, but it's not half bad.
Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright?
Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. Ugh, what a terrible waste.
Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance?
You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man.
It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that.
Nah. I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down.
What do you mean?
Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man! She always said the only good result is the truth. That and... only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results.
Yes! I'm totally on your guys' side. Oh man, she must have been an incredible woman.
Yeesh, and you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel.
Yeah, what was it again? Only lawyers who seek truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results.
Oh man! Why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor?
Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name. You'll see.
The 3 of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge! The 3 of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law? Ha! We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man!
Wow, you guys swore to do that?
But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it.
School rule? Which one?
Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid, holier-than-thou school!
A tough legal academy, with even tougher rules. Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. And if I fail, the 3 of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Is that it from you? You are like about to blow a gasket, dude. Do you have anything to say about any of this?
Whoa! Did you make that? Let me fire it in the kiln for you. Just give it to me, and I'll take care of the rest.
I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Whew, dodged a bullet there. Okay. Why does he keep presenting pots and then fucking shattering them? Dude, chill.
Oh, that paper!
So, Robin, is this article true?
The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember.
Huh. Maybe the author just wants your attention.
No way, man! The venom in those articles, I'm way beyond that.
Huh. I wonder. Okay. I'm not gonna keep screaming all of these. Okay.
Whoa! Oh, deja vu, man! It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no! The final showdown was canceled because of the murder.
This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys.
Are you kidding? Our friendship? It's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm.
In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. I love, by the way, look at this. I love how many pots he breaks.
Fucking pot! Fucking pot!
That's a great piece of physical comedy. I want us to hand him something and have him be like 2 inches from smashing it just because it happens to be ceramic. All right, I don't think I've got anything for you, so let's... Can we not examine? God, why can't we investigate any of these fucking places? Can we go inside? We have nothing else we can ask.
Whoa! Check out your badge!
What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome! If the plating ever starts to peel or it gets beat up, let me fix it up for you.
Really? Thanks.
No problemo. I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready just in case.
Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Okay, Robin. I'll see you later. Bye, Robin. Let's go back to the outdoor stage. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. Outdoor stage.
I thought the area was cordoned off.
Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes.
Athena, watch where you're...
Huh?
Ah! Ouch! Who put this stupid box here?
Wait.
Apollo! This box. There's... What now? There's someone or... something inside. Don't let it be a snake!
You morons just blew my cover.
What the fuck? Yo, who in the frickin'... What in the world?
I love her. Him? I love them already. Hands off. Fragile. This side up, wrong way. Turn white to black, panda ink. Ugh. Is that what they were? Don't let it be a snake! They straight up, no, they didn't. That's intentional. That's exactly what they were homaging, wasn't it? Oh, God, my brain hurts. Don't let it be a snake! You morons blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside.
That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course.
What's with the box?
It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day.
Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too?
You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you had it.
Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. I have a feeling they wrote something else too. I hope they write just the sauciest, like, clavier Phoenix yaoi manga. That's what I hope they write. That is not what I was thinking. The first page is like a really well formatted mock trial script. And then like if you flip to like halfway into the journal, it's just page after page after page of yaoi. You meant the tabloid. I suspect you're probably right. Miriam Scuttlebutt. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers?
Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial.
For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna take the stand naturally.
So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? What is that sound?
Ha! This disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right. It's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake.
Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said.
A lawyer with brains is bad as his ears.
Poor Juniper.
I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time?
I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting.
Really? Wait, that means...
A lie already? That was quick. She is sweating through her box.
I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know. For Juniper's sake.
It's gotta be the bottom one, right? Okay, is she gripping? Look at the little hands coming out of the holes. That's fucking cute. Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. What is the stop button? Got it, okay. Nope, we're still waiting. There's no skip, you can't fast forward. There we go. What's going on, Missy?
Gotcha!
That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying.
What are you talking about? When did I ever lie?
Okay, I just have to admire this animation for a second. Wow, she is an angry lady. Okay, then let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness?
That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets.
Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all by myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed. I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. I am the storm that is approaching. And this is the evidence. Here.
What the? Okay, dude.
An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial.
All right. Themis Herald extra added to the court record. Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind.
What? Are you questioning our friendship?
Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. Yeah, the one where she calls her black-hearted.
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I publish. What about it?
Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write.
You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one.
I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already?
If you'd just given me the information you have! Stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you!
I think that's what the sound is. It's not a caw. I think it's the DBZ sound. It's that's what I think it is. Now I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you?
No duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra! The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president!
Dirty little secret? All right, what are you planning to say in court, huh?
I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm gonna tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism.
The end justifies the means. Wait a second.
In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Means' methods, even future judges. I've even adopted the end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus, secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room.
You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record?
You want to know? You really want to know?
Yes, please.
That's so nice of you. Like I'd really tell you. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow.
Oh, that's her.
You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them.
Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure? It's a 200 bottle value pack.
Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends.
Used to be. They still seem to get along fine to me. Did send some discord, though.
You don't know anything. Professor Means had his followers and Professor Court had hers. Their influence is inescapable.
Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy?
How could you possibly understand? You're new around here.
Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light?
I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is.
We're gonna have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Close her dumb little eye. Just like close it and shut it so she can't see. All right. Let's, I guess we're gonna present some evidence and see what she thinks.
If you want to give me a present, slip it through the hole in my box. Or if it's too big, you can open the top and give it to me that way.
Oh, hi, hands with a camera. That's not creepy at all. With a disposable camera, no less. She has as many band-aids on her fingers as I do during the summer.
So which is it gonna be?
Either way creeps me out. Okay. Yeah. What is she gonna care about? We already did the paper, but you know, what does she say now if I do it again?
I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect?
Is it really that amazing?
Nah, you just don't get it, do you? Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper. My paper is so awesomely versatile.
Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well? Wait, what? Am I to understand? Oh, nice, I get it. Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper. Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well? Okay. What else does she care about? Have we looked at her? Let's look at this. Mock trial and unceremonious cancellation. Okay, I have questions. What the fuck is happening there? Why are your hands glowing? What are you holding? What is this?
Kamehameha!
I don't know what he's doing. I do like the objection. You know what's interesting though, and I wonder if this is intentional. So he's a defense attorney, right? His fingers pointed down like Edgeworth's. And that could completely just be like how they had to frame it to make it work. I just appreciate Phoenix points his out and slightly up. Edgeworth points down like that. So he's kind of doing the Edgeworth point, albeit as a defense attorney. Okay, we can't do anything with this. So I guess the biggest question I have here is gonna be what the fuck is happening in Robin's hands?
My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow.
Was that the majority opinion?
Yup. My behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions worked like a charm.
Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating.
Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's what they teach us here.
I like how the defense attorney has prosecutor vibes and vice versa. Yes, they do. They are on opposite sides, aren't they? Oh man, it would be so cool if they switched by the end for some reason. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. Okay, we did that. I love hissing. This is a bad school. Yeah, this is a shitty legal school. All right, there's nothing to talk to her about. There's a surprising amount of not investigation. I'm kind of shocked, honestly. Like usually you look everywhere. So why do we have nothing? Can I show you this? Okay, this is the same. We've had this. Yeah, no, we've already done this. So both versions give us the same thing. Hey, Jono. So nothing else there. Right now, I'm thinking there are a maximum of 4 good people at this school, and one of them is dead. I'm willing. So here's the thing. Well, I don't have a reason to doubt anybody yet. Honestly, the person who's the most suspect right now is Miriam. As someone who, like, her script wasn't chosen, so she murdered the teacher to try to get Junie out of the way because she was jealous. But I don't have a reason to distrust that many people right now. Professor Means is definitely lawful evil. I don't know if that would impact the case. The two of these two are both supposedly in love with Junie, so I can't imagine either of them betraying her. But I also guess we don't know what came between them, right? Like supposedly their friendship is on the ropes, and we don't know why. So a lot of questions still with no answers. Let's go to the lecture hall again. Oh, okay. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, 3F Lecture Hall. Oh, look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigations of your own. You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script. Or wrote it. But I might be changing my mind about this one. I said I can't believe either of them would do something to sabotage her, but now I'm starting to change my mind about O'Connor. Look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. Picking up some discord in Hughes's voice. Hey, Golden Eagle. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little about yourself?
Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club, needless to say. Oh, are you? I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too.
How can he even say that with a straight face?
Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. When it comes to tests, I always get 100%. So I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind.
I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin.
There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body.
Wait, you saw the body?
Right. And I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory.
Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Hey, Miss Queen Cleopatra, what's happening?
Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall.
Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There was that announcement and then everyone came in here.
The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door.
Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment.
Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms. But that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage.
So that's when you saw the body?
Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that.
Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? We're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this?
Where'd you get that?
So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie.
Right. But if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off.
He really wanted to win that bad. This motherfucker, this son of a bitch wanted to win that bad. Bad enough to ignore a dead body. Sorry, but that is not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong?
Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good. Because that's all I have to say about the matter.
Thanks, and don't worry.
We'll prove Juniper's innocence. You'll see.
I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next?
Well, I think I've talked to everyone who's somehow linked to the case.
Okay, maybe it's time we wrapped up our investigation.
Oh, wait. We haven't met with Junie yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let's head over to the detention. That's her. Let's head over to the Let's head over to the detention center. I don't know why. My mouth hates rapid fire T's and D's. Fuck my mouth up so much. Let's head over to the detention center. I swear to God, when I'm in the booth recording, like for anything, even when I've done a full warm up, it's lines like that to the detention center is where like my fucking syllables just explode, and I'll be like, oh fuck, I fucked it up. Can we try again? I slurred my words. Can we try again? Oh fuck, I skipped half the word. Can we try again? Oh fuck, I lost my air. Can we try again? Let's head over to the detention center. What I end up doing is I end up literally like drumming it out in the air. Like I use my fingers like bop, 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 bop really quick. Because somehow like the physical feedback of making like the 4 hits to the detention center, to the detention center, to the detention center. Do you see how I'm saying it better now? Like I just do that in the air. Let's head over to the detention center. Because that somehow syncs with my mouth and I can make it happen even though I struggle with that normally. Just a fun little behind the scenes of my inability to fucking say words. So you really declared that you'd confess to Junie if you won the mock trial? Because he's definitely not the shy type.
Yeah. Well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level from you mouth breathers.
No, it's your vanity that's on a whole other level.
I get it. This is your way of mocking my defeat. You like shoving people's shame in their faces. That's your modus operandi?
No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you were never actually defeated.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is this just a trick intended to provoke me?
That wasn't my intention either.
Then what was your intention? I know. You're trying to toy with my emotions!
Wow, this guy can't take being humbled. Old country style, jeez.
Random junk from some mouth breather? What makes you think I'd want to see that? At least you could do is make it more interesting, like telling me how cool I am.
Who does this guy think he is? Okay, and this is the same, because it was the same for him too. Yeah. Is it just me, or is your name here?
That's my name. But how should I know what it's doing there? But being that the whole campus looks up to me, I'm not surprised to find my name mentioned here and there.
And I'm not so surprised, I'm sorry. And I'm not surprised he said that, being the narcissist he is.
That's from the Archery Club. We let the school use it for the mock trial. Never figured it would end up being used like it was.
Of course, the real murder weapon isn't an arrow at all.
I know. But the fact remains that it was used in this whole insidious plot. But a mouth breather like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, archery is a sport that demands advanced mental focus. And the killer's actions have done harm to its image.
I know exactly what you mean. Except for the mouth breather part.
Well, let's hope that someday you will, because it couldn't be any more self-evident.
Yeah, I like him less and less every time he opens his mouth.
Your attorney's badge. Looks brand new. That just shows how inexperienced and useless That just shows how inexperienced and useless you are.
Well, when you get your badge, it'll be new and shiny too.
You mouth breathers just don't get it, do you? My badge will be a symbol of my genius. From the moment I get it, it'll be chipped, bent, and worn as if it's been through 1,000 courtroom battles.
He's like some hipster doofus. Yeah, seriously. All right, get them the fuck out of here. Let's go to the detention center. October 24th, detention center. Visitor's room. And right before we, well, we have 18 minutes. Do we have snoozes? I'm gonna hit the break. I'm gonna hit a break real quick. All right, I'm gonna hit the 3-minute button, and I will be right back, and then we'll continue. Just gonna rest my voice for a second. BRB. Oh, this was playing the whole time? Nice. Sure, I'll take it.
Okay, sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. So feel like I've been turning my 3s into 5s lately. This is it's been a minute since we've done this. I'm like, wow, this is a gauntlet. I did this for a year. All right, let's see how Junie's doing. October 24th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. If my controller would just work now, that would be so freaking cool. There we go.
Fina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Fina like she used to.
Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. The script. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here?
We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I.
Huh. Nothing we haven't heard already so far.
However...
Yes? What is it, Junie?
Well, there was this one article in the school paper.
You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me.
I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me.
She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it.
And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back.
Huh. So if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Wait a minute, hang on a second. If Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. Does Robin not also love Junie? So the tabloid is I get it. Okay, so the tabloid is framing it as a love triangle. Robin doesn't seem to love Junie. Robin cares about the friendship. Hugh loves Junie. And she was worried that if Hugh wins, he'll confess his love and it'll ruin everything. So she rewrote it originally to try to favor the prosecution because she felt she was safe with Robin. Because Robin didn't seem interested, like for real, even if the article said that he was. But then, so it's actually funny because the original way that she had like rewritten it, the prosecution would have won because it was written to favor it. Professor Court changed it back, but then Hugh was off his game anyway, so it was probably going to go to the prosecution regardless, right?
Sorry. I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh?
You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. I was wondering about the awl you had when you were arrested.
Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. But it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy.
It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested.
Then we've got nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime.
Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me.
Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but...
It was probably just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday.
It wasn't? Then how and when did it get there?
Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Thena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key? And the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl and made it look like blood was on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Me too. But let's not jump the gun on this.
Okay. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes. I left the school at around 6 p.m.
Did you notice anything different about her?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me.
We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow.
I know. And I believe in you, Thena. Well, I should go. Bye.
Is she gonna be all right? She's like a shadow of the girl that we met back at the academy.
The Junie I know is always like that. A little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still.
What is it?
Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts.
Seriously?
Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there?
Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine! You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship.
I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial.
Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far.
Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial described. Was just as the mock trial script described.
I wish those were the only similarities they shared.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did.
Oh no. The mock trial ended before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I've got Apollo and he's the king of being fine.
We did it! We made it through the investigation. Let's heckin' go. Oof. Look at us. Who would have thought? All right. Yeah, GG. I gotta look something up real quick. Okay? Really important.
So we are at about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Okay? And this case has been nothing if not. Here, I'll give us some thinking music. This game so far has been nothing if not way longer than previous trial days. So I feel like I remember in both the first two cases, I would be like, let's go to trial. And then trial is like a 4-hour affair. So I want to see if, don't look this up for me if you haven't played this before, because I don't want you to spoil anything for yourself. It's important to me. But I'm curious if this has just one trial section or if there are 2 trial sections. Looks like trial day 1 is a single part. And then it goes into investigation day 2. So it seems, you know what, I'm going to double check, but it seems like there's no trial former and trial latter. It might just be the one trial day. Am I capable of, this was the moment, I was talking to Zuffins earlier, and I'm like, depending on the time, I'm relying on the mods to tell me, don't you fucking dare. Literally like clockwork. And I had said like 11:30 to midnight would be the time I wouldn't want to continue. It's 10:30 right now. So depending on, here, let me do this. I appreciate you, Zuffins. Depending on, let's see. No, I didn't need to be done in an hour, but I knew that if I started the next trial day, like at midnight, we'd be here until like 3 a.m. And I know people end up, starting to go to bed, and I don't want to, run so late that people don't want to stick around. It seems like it's only one part. Are you taking care of yourself? So it looks like we get 3 cross-examinations. Excuse me. Burp, burp, burp. I feel like we should wait. I know this is an early stop time for me on a Friday, but I feel like we should wait because I remember it getting very complicated in this courtroom section. There is a trial day 1. Sometimes, you know how like trials will have like trial former, trial latter, so there'll be like a to be continued in the middle of the trial day versus it just being like straight through. I'm tempted to pause. But it's only been 3 hours, so what do we do? What do we do if I don't continue? Mega Man? I could continue. Do I continue? Man. I'm so torn. It's always a gamble. Sometimes there's like just so I'll give you an idea. Like if I started it right now at 10:30 and it was 3 hours, like by 1:30, I'm comfortable with that. I'm just worried that it'll be like 10:30 to 3:30 that we're in here doing trial days. Okay. Hmm. First section was 3.5 hours. Oh, 3 hours. I'm on the verge of wanting to do this. Cease. Okay. Maybe we'll end it there then. What do we do with the rest of our time? Or do we just switch over to the Discord? If I start sounding like, should we do another? And it's like midnight, 11:30, something in that range, the answer is no. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was exactly what I said. I know. Well, gosh, golly damn it, you guys. I don't want to do something else on the Ace Attorney stream because the Ace Attorney 3 stream is sacred. So either we just call it for the night and we come back tomorrow, which actually might be the move. I don't want to deprive you guys of longer streams because you know I like doing like 3, 4, 5 hour things. But I'm technically playing with Hachi and Jelly tomorrow, and it's in the morning, or at least it's in the early afternoon. I gotta double check. Yeah, it's in the morning. It's at 11 a.m. So maybe I should just like wind down and call it a day there, and we'll pick it up in the morning. Maybe we'll do that. All right. Oh, I was so close. To peer pressuring myself into it. Guy, I hope that this wasn't a super short. Like, I hope you haven't been waiting for Ace Attorney for, 10,000 years, and this is like a completely unsatisfying amount of Ace Attorney for the first stream back. I really hope you guys had fun. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting me and being a good audience. I've been missing this. I know that this is always like a bit more of a humble stream, because it's kind of a weird niche activity. But it means a lot to me that you guys enjoy watching me do this, So thank you. You guys fucking rock. It's her chance to reset her sleep schedule. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. I am not going to bed. I'm probably gonna make some dinner and I'm, quietly watch a show or maybe play some offline. I could be convinced to climb late night, but I definitely should wind down. These are always some of my favorites. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Yo, for real. All right. Well, that's where I'm going to wrap it up then. I hope that you had fun today. I really, again, thank you so much for being here for the Ace Attorney stream. I love doing this more than anything else in the world. I spend all week looking forward to the Friday stream. So thank you. You guys fucking rock. And thank you for giving me your time, and choosing to spend it here. That means a lot to me. I don't take that for granted. And whether you're dropping bits, if you're subbing to the channel, gifting or subbing yourself, sound alerts, every little bit helps. Even just sitting through the really long, dumb commercials. Every little bit helps keep me doing this. And it's something I want to do long term. So, whether you're lurking in the background or yapping in chat, you guys are an amazing fucking community. So, yeah, thank you. We are going to take ourselves over to, tell you what, let's keep it chill. Let's wind down. I'm going to take us over to Shinaminya, who is doing an art stream, and let's go say hi to them. When you do get there, before you disperse, can you do me a favor? You know what I'm going to ask, right? Do the thing. Pick your favorite Melazan emote. Drop them in chat. Spam the hell out of them. I'll give you a starter pack. Heart and raid. But if you want to do an animated emote, if you want to flex a higher tier emote, whatever makes your heart sing, spam that out. If you are not one of my subbies, consider subbing to me. Gosh darn it, support me. You can do it for free with Amazon Prime, but I totally understand if you're not able to. If your heart is elsewhere, the purple heart works just fine. If you want to spam that to hell and back, that works too. Okay? Do a couple lines of that. I can't say that in a void or it sounds really wrong. Paste a couple of lines out, put a big smile on their face, and I will see you all tomorrow at 11 a.m. If you've never been here before, my name is Melizan. You can call me Mel, and I am an aggressively variety streamer. Throw me a follow on your way out. I'm not fully sure I'm live tomorrow in the morning. So if for some reason I'm not streaming myself in the morning, I'll direct you to the right channels. And I'll also let you know if we have a stream tomorrow night with Shion. I got to check in with her. We're going to do something tomorrow, okay? I'll let you know. All right. See you soon. Get the hell out of here. Good night.